Hi, my name's Maddie. Today I'll be doing a speech about how to take care of horses if you have your own or if you're watching them or whatever you are maybe needing to know. So, I used to have my own horses when my grandparents lived on a farm. I kept them there and I loved them very much and I took care of them all the time. And I used to take riding lessons and just overall hygiene maintenance lessons of how to take care of your horses. So I've learned quite a bit on how to do so. So, the first thing you need to know when taking care of your horses is the hygiene aspects of it. You should keep your stable very clean where the horses stays because that's very important for their health. You want to um, have hay laid out for them, and then when they go to the bathroom, you should shovel daily their waste so that it's out of there for them and it's nice and clean. You should also make sure they have fresh water and feed them nightly and daily. For my horses, I fed them oats, which is that pretty standard oats. It was good for them and it's an easy thing you can buy in bulk. And also for water, you probably know, a water trough like that for horses. So it's very important to keep them well fed and watered every day, as well as keeping your stable clean. Another important aspect of caring for horses is breaking your horse, which is another name for training your horse, for having overall, what's the word? Manners, not manners, but like just so they're not crazy and so that they listen to you. So a good thing for breaking your horse is having a round pen, which looks like this. And basically, what you'll do is put a halter on them like that and lead them around with a rope on the halter and get them running if you can. Well, get them running around the the round pen as best as possible. Um, the idea is to get them to listen to you, to run on your command, and then let go of the rope and see if they come to you. Um, Basically, the idea you just want to keep getting them moving around in a circle in a round pen, so they listen to you. And this can take a few weeks, it just depends on the horse. In general, breaking the horse depends on uh, what kind of horse they are. It could be different for different kinds of horses and how they've grown up. If you've raised them from a baby, I actually got my horses from a farm in Nebraska, a ranch, and it's a lot different out there, but they were good horses. I got them when they were babies. So, another thing you can do when breaking the horse is teach them calls, to get used to your voice. For this, may be coming in for dinner or breakfast or whistling or just calling, getting them used to and talking a lot to your horse. So now I will move on to taking care of the horse's body and themselves. There's a few things that's good for this to do when keep maintaining their fur and their health overall. Uh, One thing is brushing them daily with brushes like this. It's really nice. It's good because you don't want their fur to be all ratted and it keeps their fur nice and fine and good to go. Another thing that's important to do is to clean out their hoofs by picking out the mud and stuff, and this is what you use for that. You can see the hook at the end, and then the brush part is for brushing away the debris. And so those two things are really important for many, um, taking care of the horse's body. Another thing you should do is give your horse baths with a hose at the end of the day. Rinse them down, also close them down. Another thing is for flies, they get irritated in their eyes, to take a spray of non resistant spray to flies and spray it around their face. It helps them out because the flies can be really annoying. It's also important to brush the fur when you're also brushing their mane, when you're brushing the rest of their fur as well. Okay, so now I will move on to riding, which not everyone rides their horses, but I loved riding a lot. So when you're riding, you need to learn how to get onto a saddle. First and foremost, this is a saddle. So basically, put your tummy, you pull your tummy on top of the horse once you get your saddle on, and then swing your leg over. Typically, get on the left side of the horse. And then before that, you need to learn how to put a saddle on, which is there's a lot that goes into it, and once you learn it, it's easy to do. I don't have a saddle to demonstrate with right now, so I won't be doing that. But you need to learn how to put on a saddle. And then once you're actually riding, you learn the different types of trottings, like trotting, galloping, all of that. So, and then once you are used to riding a bit, you can learn how to do things like barrel racing or jumping over little barriers, or pole bending, weaving in and out of poles, which I did little competitions quite a bit with that stuff, and it was very fun. So I hope that you learned a little bit about how to take care of a horse, and if you guys are ever interested in maybe getting a horse of your own or taking lessons, you can talk to me and I can give you a few tips. From what I know, I'm not a complete expert, but I do know quite a bit about how to care for a horse as I've had my own. So I hope you've enjoyed this presentation, and I'll see you later.